So you're thinking about buying your first property. Let's talk about the approval process. Hey everybody, welcome back to this week's Q&A. Hope you had a good week. All kinds of people wondering whether now is the right time to buy or not. And we are going to talk just a little bit briefly today about the mortgage approval process. I mean, with rates going up, it's really hard to know what you can afford. And I do get questions all the time from people asking me what they can afford. And I will say here, I don't have those answers. That's something that you need to talk to a lender about. But I can give you the basics on what you need to do in order to follow the process if you're thinking about getting a mortgage. Okay, so the first thing is you should really be picking whether or not you want a mortgage broker or a bank. There are pros and cons to both. I will say working with a mortgage broker does allow you the opportunity to shop it around to all the different lenders, and the broker will help you kind of pick the best product for you. One of the things to keep in mind is that you don't pay a mortgage broker. Their services are free to you, so it is a good idea to talk to a broker. But some people want to work with a bank, and there's some advantages there too. So it doesn't hurt to shop it around. So once you decide where you want to go, the process then begins for you filling out an application and getting together all of your documentation. So that will include things like employment letters, credit report. They will often pull that for you, but it's good to know what your credit is. Any information about your debts or car loans or all that kind of stuff. You want to get all of that information together, also including tax returns from at least the previous year, maybe two. Get all that together before you start the process, and then next you would be submitting an application to that lender. Then once they have an opportunity to review everything, you can then decide, they'll tell you what you can afford, and you can then decide whether that works for you, whether you want to shop with someone else or move forward with that particular person and, start the real pre-approval process. When you are purchasing a property, if you make it conditional on financing, then at that time you would submit the listing and the information about what you've paid, the purchase and sale agreement to the lender, and they will at that time look at all of your information again, even though you've been pre-approved, and they will decide whether or not that property meets the criteria that they've laid out for you. Just keep in mind that if you are in a multiple offer situation with property, you probably won't get an opportunity to put a financing condition in. So you want to have all this information together first. So anyway, those are the steps that you need to go through. I hope that's been helpful for you. I think, it's a good idea to get pre-approved once in a while, especially even if you're 6 months, 9 months out, just get pre-approved, know exactly what information you have. How much you can shop with, so then you can start looking at what properties are available in that price range. I have a lot of clients that do this a year or two in advance, and that's totally fine. You want to get a good idea of what you can afford with the information that the lender has given you. But regardless of any of that, this is the first step in the process. So hopefully that's been helpful. I am happy to answer any questions. Of course, just reach out to us and we're happy to help. Make sure that you like this video and share with others that you think might be interested. And don't forget to follow our podcast, the Toronto Real Estate Show with Jenelle and Leslie, and we drop episodes each week. Hope you have a good one. We'll talk to you soon.